Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. I hope you're doing well. Since Katie Taylor became undisputed super lightweight champ by gaining revenge over Chantel Cameron, the question has been asked, who is the greatest female fighter, certainly of this era? Is it Katie Taylor or is it Claressa Shields? Now, let me start by saying I don't have a horse in this race. I think both women have proved themselves to me to be great fighters. And you can only beat what's in front of you. If you look at Clarissa's record, she has been undisputed super welterweight and middleweight champion. She's also won, I think, 2 belts at super middleweight. I lose track of all these belts, but I'm doing this from memory. But at the moment, she is the undisputed middleweight champ. She beat Savannah Marshall. Many people, myself included, thought Savannah would be too much for Clarissa, but over those, very quick 10-2 minute rounds, Clarissa's speed was the difference. And I think you could say the same about Katie against Chantel Cameron in the rematch. She used her speed to great effect, and the opponent, in this case Chantel Cameron, she wasn't able to get her timing going to counter the speed, and there was too much stop-starting. Katie controlled the pace of the fight and for most of it anyway, and the overall rhythm of the fight. She stopped it when she needed to, and she started it when she wanted to, and that's, I think, what pinched to that fight. I had it 96-94 for Katie over Chantel Cameron. So that means that she is now the undisputed lightweight and super lightweight champ, and I think she holds all 8 of those belts, maybe more. I think the IBO's in there as well, and Ring Magazine, and if you put all her belts on her bed, she wouldn't be able to get into bed. So she's going to need a bigger cabinet, this girl. And she's no doubt proved herself, to be a great fighter. The fight with Amanda Serrano, split decision win back in 2022, back in April. That was fantastic. Again, undisputed world lightweight champ fight. She's beaten fighters who are, apart from Chantel Cameron, she's beaten other fighters who are coming with very good records. Firuza Sharapova was very much untested, as was Jessica Hahn, but she beat them easily. Natasha Jonas, that was a close fight, a very, very good fight. I thought Katie edged it, but the scorecards were, I think, were 96-94, 96-95, one of them. And you could make a case for Natasha edging that fight. But the one fight I thought Katie did definitely lose was the first Delphine Persoon fight. There's no doubt in my mind that Persoon won that on sheer attrition, work rate. She came in with a 41-1 record, Delphine, and she is such an unbelievably tough woman. It's really quite shocking to see her fight. Katie escaped with a win, which in my opinion, that was in Madison Square Garden. In my opinion, that was definitely Delphine's win. I thought I had her a pretty clear winner by 2 or 3 points, if memory serves. Katie then fought Christina Lidadatu, very good fighter. Unanimous decision over her. She won probably about 6-7 rounds of that, I'd say. Deserved win. Then she fought Persoon again. And if memory serves, that second fight, I thought Persoon... It was literally a fight of 2 halves. The first half belonged to Katie, and Persoon came on very strong. Took a ton of punishment as well. An incredibly tough woman. She's actually a police woman, I think, Delphine Persoon. And Christ almighty, you wouldn't want to get arrested by her, would you? But she's also got a win over an undefeated Miriam Gutierrez, who was 13-0 at the time. And I thought getting back to the Persoon rematch, I thought that was much, much closer. And it could have gone either way. Some people think Persoon won it. I thought Katie edged it by a point or two, but there weren't much in it. But there have been an awful lot of close fights for Katie Taylor. Jessica McCaskill back in 2017. McCaskill was only 5-1, I think. And Katie won a 10-round decision at the York Hall in Bethnal Green, of all places. And a lot of people felt that McCaskill's output and pressure edged that fight, that McCaskill didn't get the rub of the green on that. Ava Wallstrom was another one who was undefeated when Katie beat her, as in 2018. Cindy Serrano, she won a decision over her. So Katie at the moment has a record of 23 wins with 6 KOs and 1 defeat, which has been avenged. Now, if you look at Claressa Shields, like I say, undisputed in 2 weight divisions and also has won belts in a third, which is super middle. I don't know she's a super middleweight at all. She looks to me when she fights like a sort of big super welter, maybe a middle. And there's no doubt that, you know, she's beaten some good women too. You know, Emma Kozin, who recently beat Hannah Rankin for a couple of the vacant super welterweight belts. She was whitewashed by Clarissa. Emma was undefeated at the time, 21 wins, no defeats and 1 draw. Clarissa's also beaten another undefeated fighter, Marie-Eve Decaire. Marie was 17-0. Clarissa just, I don't know whether she whitewashed. I think she did, actually. I think it was 100-90. And Christina Hammer, who was undefeated, 24-0. That was the last piece of the jigsaw at middleweight back in 2019. And you know, Clarissa just, I don't think she whitewashed. A couple of the early rounds I gave to Christina, but it was a wide decision for Clarissa. She outpointed Hannah Rankin. Hannah at the time was only 5-2. Hannah Gabriels, that was a reasonably tough fight for Clarissa by her standards. She got floored in the first round, but won a comfortable unanimous decision. Definitely the winner in that one. Tori Nelson was undefeated when Clarissa beat her, 17-3, and that was, I think, a whitewash as well. And if you go all the way back to Clarissa's debut, you know, she fought Franchon Cruz-Dezurn, who would go on to be undisputed at super middle, and before she lost to Savannah Marshall. That was in her debut, and she whitewashed her over 4. I thought Cruz-Dezurn did very well in that fight. I think you could have had a draw for that fight, actually, but Clarissa got the decision. So the argument is going to be, look, both these ladies undisputed in 2 divisions, but Katie has lost. And Katie has almost, you could argue, lost another couple of fights as well. Maybe the McCaskill fight, certainly the first Delphine Pursoon, maybe the rematch with Pursoon. Katie has, or the Serrano fight. You know, some people think Serrano won. Katie has definitely had a lot of tough fights. Clarissa has fought some good women, but she is undefeated still. She's had 14 fights, won them all. Katie has had 24 with 1 defeat, 23 wins. So she's had more fights, and I think you could argue that Katie has definitely faced better women. Overall, the overall quality of the opposition is better. But I wouldn't dismiss Clarissa. She's fought some good women as well and made them look very ordinary. So the question is, who has got the edge? You know, who is just that little bit higher than the other one, all things considered? Now, I think, like I say, I think Katie's quality of the opposition is better, and she's had 10 more fights than Clarissa. And if you fight good women more consistently, you're more likely to lose. Clarissa's never come close to losing, mate. Well, actually, that's not true, because Savannah did come on strong at the end of that fight, and if it had been 12-3s, I would have fancied Savannah to win that fight. But Clarissa got it. That's the only real tough fight she's had, really. Maybe Hannah Gabriels to start with, the first few rounds, but overall, all things considered, if you put a gun to my head, I would say that the slight winner, in inverted commas, would be Claressa Shields. Okay? Because I think just the way she's gone about her business, even though she's had a lot of fights less than Katie, and I absolutely love Katie Taylor, and she's fantastic. And probably tomorrow I could wake up and think, no, Katie's better. But my gut instinct goes for Clarissa. I could be wrong. Like I say, I may wake up tomorrow and think differently. I love both these ladies as fighters. I think they're great. But what do you think? Leave your comments below. Tell me who you think's the better, Clarissa or Katie. I'll give it by the slightest margin to Clarissa, just the slightest margin. The way she's fought good women and never even come close to losing. Whereas Katie, I have to say, you can make a case for her having lost 3 or 4 fights in her career. But I still love her. She's still great. Anyway, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button. And as always, thanks for your time. I'm looking forward to reading your comments and I'll answer as many as I can. So have a think about it. Leave some comments below and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.